to Dish and Dirt's channel and All Over the Place with Jay. Sorry I missed last week. When I tell y'all I've been on my behind sick as a dog. I don't know where I got it from. I had went to my dad and sister's name church, and they had a gathering, people ate and stuff. Right after that, I was sick the next day and still sick. Okay, I took my daddy to a doctor's appointment this morning, and he was like, they're gonna put you out, because I was in there coughing. I had a mask on, but I was in there coughing, sneezing. It wasn't right. Anyways, I'm getting better. Y'all pray for me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and recap Married to Medicine Season 12, Episode 9, and then we're going to go into The Real Housewives of Potomac when Kara's released. Excuse me, y'all. Did you guys watch the Grammys last night? I guess Nicki Minaj somehow outed out Trevor Noah. I knew he was gay. People like Sherry Shepherd, some other women, whenever they talk about him, I'm like, y'all know he's gay, right? It's obvious. Like, I don't know what y'all looking at. I mean, he's a very attractive man, but yeah, baby, you definitely knew he was gay. But my gaydar is pretty good. Okay, I'm drinking sugar-free lemonade, tonic water, and kombucha. So anyway, the episode starts off with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Shimon speaking. Because remember, they're on vacation in Florida. They're somewhere in Florida, I believe. And so they're still on vacation, and because Dr. Heavenly has now showed up. She walks right past Dr. Simone, didn't say nothing to her. But when Dr. Simone said that, I was looking at her like, girl, what you want her to say? What's up? When y'all just about to get in a physical altercation a couple days ago? So I don't know why you act like she should have spoke to you. But so anyway, so Dr. Heavenly is talking to, Dr. Jackie is talking to Simone, and just, telling her to calm down and da-da-da-da-da. And, Dr. Simone does not take she's not very easy to tell somebody to apologize. She can tell she doesn't like to say sorry. But Dr. Heavenly is tripping. She kept telling people that she pushed her. She did not. She did not push her. Like, Dr. Heavenly is tripping. And you can tell she's going through something. I know she'll know where her grown child is at. Just like, but girl, she did not push you. And even when she did it, she said, don't push me now. She said, she just took your arm. She said, I'm going to be faking. I don't blame her. Ain't nobody going to be skinning and grinning with no picture with you when you just got finished telling all the business that I told you. The hell? And so Dr. Heavenly's crazy, but Dr. Simone is kind of, well, I don't think Dr. Simone is crazy. I think she's very passionate and loud. I can kind of get like that sometimes too, but I don't blame her. First of all, I don't know what made her think that she could tell Dr. Heavenly anything. So first of all, you tripping on that. You know daggone well how that heifer get down. You know she gonna tell the business, period. And make some shit up on top of that, because she sure did. She know dang on well she did not push her. They rolled the plate back, and the heifer still talking about, no, was y'all not there? They looking at her like, yes, heifer, was you there? Because I can't tell. Because you definitely tripping. You know that's not what happened. I forget who was standing next to her, and they were actually like, let's take a picture. Was it Contessa? I forget who was standing there with her for the picture, but yes, I would have been like, baby, that's not what happened. I wish whoever that was, I forget, I don't feel like going back. I don't know whoever it was that was sitting on the other side of Dr. Heavenly, but she should have easily been like, that's not what happened. Okay, she just removed your arm from her. She said, I don't do fake shit, because that's exactly what happened. But anyway, Dr. Heavenly walks in being shady or whatever, and she's just like, walking right past Dr. Simone and, telling them about the house, and the house is nice or whatever like that. And then Toya goes into Dr. Simone's room, and, she was pretty much, asking her, she's like, is she staying? She ain't going to the hotel? She's like, no. She's like, I just don't understand how you talk about you don't feel safe, but you about to stay in the house with the same female that you accusing of not being safe. Now, I do feel like Dr. Simone at that party was acting unhinged. Like, she didn't give a dang about it being Angel's event for her scrub. Like, she didn't care. She was screaming. She was like, bring it. Like, she is so loud. And it's a little hood for it's a little hood for a doctor to be on a show talking about bring it. Like, bring what? Bring what, Dr. Simone? Bring what? I know you're not insinuating like, what's up? Like, and taking your ring, baby. Let's do better, okay? Let's do better. I don't want to see my doctor. Even if I would love to have a black doctor. But I don't want to see my black female doctor on TV trying to fight. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Somebody easily needs to be like, sweetie, you are on TV. You need to watch it. Put that drink down or whatever the case may be. They be having you going off. You might want to set it to the side, okay? You are a doctor, okay? And don't nobody, no patient want to see their doctor knocking if you bucking at nobody, okay? So she was unhinged. I think that could just be all because she's a doctor. Dr. Definitely a doctor too, but she being great. She on her own practice. So wait, do she? I think she do. Yeah. But I don't think I care as much about my dentist than I do my doctor acting hood on TV. And Dr. Heavenly really needs to, for her to be trying to run for office in Atlanta, she really do need to watch how she's acting too. I'm glad she got to stop doing that your mama stuff, but she needs to really calm down. You too old, baby. You too old to be acting like that. Because then she was doing this dance and stuff, like trying to antagonize her. I can't be around grown women like that. There's no way I can be on a reality show. I'll be removing my earrings and not saying nothing, but throwing these hands. But anyway. Okay, so, and Toya, of course, Toya got to make her ass up in there talking about, yeah, she got her luggage and wigs and everything. Dr. Simone said, why you have to put the wigs in there? I said, okay, girl. She said, luggage, wigs. I said, hey. So she because it was her husband's birthday, Dr. Henry's birthday, so Jesus came later. And, of course, one of them asked, I believe it was contested. She was like, it wasn't because you didn't want to be on the plane with Dr. Simone. And so she started stuttering and saying whatever she wanted to say. But anyways, after that, because the girls had, Toya was asking how it went swimming with the dolphins. They had just got back from that. I don't know why Contessa couldn't get her nasty ass in some water. Because what's the name kept telling her to shower. She like, I did something all that. Girl, get your ass in the shower. And she like, this is my shower for the day. Leave me alone. I said, clearly, girl, they try to tell you funky. Wouldn't nobody ever be able to tell me about no shower, okay? First of all, there's no way in hell I'm swimming with dolphins and not going to wash afterwards. There's no way in hell. I have a little bit of OCD, a little bit of germaphobe. But no, wouldn't nobody have to tell me twice. I'll be like, okay, let me get this water in because you trying to tell me something then. You trying to tell me something. So, Dr. Contessa, I wish you had got that hint. Okay, they probably smelt you. Was like, yeah, baby, you need a shower. Okay, they're not telling you for play. And so anyways, what else is going on? I asked Dr. Heavenly, did she push you? She said, because I specifically asked her if she pushed you. She was like, let me tell you what happened. She stands up. Y'all, when I tell you woo, Dr. Heavenly, these women know they're crazy. And so she said, let me show you like what happened. Kawhi was handing her a Coke. I don't know why you should have been, it should have been diet if it was going to be anything, but it should have been water. But anyway, she was handing her a Coke and she's like, let me get up and show you. So she got up and show you. She was like, she's like, I was like, let's take a picture. Because I don't think, she said her head was around her neck. No, her arm was around her. It wasn't on her neck. It was around her. And then she was, Dr. Heavenly gonna be like, get the fuck off me. I said, she did not even do that. And they kept rolling the clip. Clearly, Dr. Heavenly ain't seen it. She did not do all that. She took her arm and took it off from her. Period. Now, did it look like her grip was strong? Yes, it did. It did like that grip is a little strong. And so, yeah. But she just wanted to be clear. I don't blame her. You're not going to be able to, after I confide in you. I don't confide in people like that no more, though. I used to. I don't confide in people that I know I can't trust. If I know I can't trust you, I'm not confiding in you. I'm not. I'll be surface with you. I'll tell you surface stuff. But big stuff, no. I ain't telling you shit. And I definitely have had to do that with certain people in my life. Like, once I see you, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, you won't be doing nothing. None of my business, okay? None. She asked if she pushed you, and then she got up and demonstrated, which was a fool, because she know dang well she didn't do all that. And so, yeah. And then, like I said, took her arm from around her. And so then the camera pans to the men and, what they're doing at home with the kids. So, of course, poor Mimi, Dr. Mimi's poor husband, he's there because, they have a son that's autism and a daughter. But it showed him, he's like, I wish your mama heard, but don't get back. I know that has to be hard for that man, seriously. Because it's hard already, you know what I'm saying? And men are not like women. They don't have the, the intuitions and stuff that we have. And we're just quick on our feet, you know what I'm saying? So, I know he couldn't wait for his wife to get back. And then it shows Dr. Eugene with the boys. They were doing this really cool, gun thing for t-shirts, or I don't know if it was t-shirts. I don't know what I think it was, but it looked really, really cool. So that's what Dr. Eugene was doing, and then it showed Cecil, Dr. Simone's husband, talking to their two grown boys, trying to go into their apartment, trying to get them to understand, where mom is coming from, because I have all boys too, and boys just don't get it. They really don't. Like I have to make it very plain with my son, very plain. Like I have to be very, very direct with him for them to understand, what I'm going through. But I have really, really good boys, so I can't complain there. But I just have I know when it's time to have a talk with them, and I just have a talk with them, make sure they're on the right page and understand where mommy's coming from, because I can be very direct, but I need them to know, you're my babies. I'm only looking out for you. I know y'all better than y'all know yourselves. And so anyway, it shows the man, like I said, Cecil going to the boys' apartments. He was like, okay, let's go eat or whatever. He tried to explain his best way he could, but a lot of men be trying to be friends with their sons instead of really teaching them and leading them how to be, And so anyways, so now the girls are getting ready for dinner or whatever. There's a private chef there. The chef, he sounded like he was from New Orleans, but he said he was from Atlanta. When I tell you that, man, if you close your eyes, that sounds like a brother. But he was in there hooking up that food though. He said he was the best, I guess, in that area. I said, you better go ahead, sir. He seemed very nice, but I know he was probably tired of them women arguing when they was arguing at that table. They wasn't even answering him no more. Before they could even get food, I feel like Simone was already getting up from the table because she was already, addressing Dr. Heavenly the night before. So she she's getting up because she's like, no. Dr. Jackie gets up to tries to console Simone, and Simone is being loud, calling her bitch on purpose, saying that she's unhinged and saying that she's vindictive and all this other stuff. Simone's really just, she said she could kick her own ass for not being. Yeah, sweetie, I don't know what made you think. I really don't. You see how Jackie moves, so that's your fault. And then, anyways, so Dr. Jackie ended up going outside to talk to Dr. Heavenly, because she went outside and scoots her safe from the table. So Dr. Jackie goes out there and she kneels down in front of her and just like, I know you're going through a lot, because I do kind of feel like Dr. Heavenly is the closest to Dr. Jackie and Quad, and so they know a lot more. Like I said, we know from the other seasons that her son left after he got arrested and they don't know where he is. And I don't know if I believe that, because let's say they don't know where he's at. The brother talked to him. That when they were at the family reunion, the brother said he had just talked to him, so he's fine. Like, I think you should not being so dramatic. But like I said, I feel like her son is being dramatic too. Like, it ain't that deep, sir. Like, did she take a shoe upside your head? I mean, she could have took a shoe upside his head. I know how black mamas get down. You know what I'm saying? She could have put her hands on baby. And if she put her hands on him, then I understand him leaving. But if she didn't, boy, I would go ahead and say you exaggerating. It ain't that deep. Like I said, I have 3 boys. Boys are very sensitive, but I don't like. Would you put your hands on the man? I mean, goodness. I mean, for him to leave and not tell you where he at still? Like, so, I don't know. Maybe she did. Like, I can't see him being gone, staying gone, and not even telling his daddy where they at. And so, anyway, Dr. Heavenly gets emotional or whatever, and she starts to cry. She said, y'all keep saying she going through so much, but y'all don't know what I'm going through. I'm going through so much. You're like, girl, even when you ain't going through too much, you be somewhere acting up and somewhere acting crazy. So, please. But Dr. Simone is tired of taking care of folk. And I do believe that's a little bit why she's jealous of Quad. No, I do. I feel like she's jealous of Quad because of what Quad has. Quad is younger. King is over there looking good. And so I truly feel like she's just envious of Quad because she got to over there taking care of grown-ass men, and, her husband don't be doing what he need to do. At least it don't look like it. I don't know what that man is doing in the bedroom. She was talking about it. She was saying, oh, that's fine. And she still like, yeah, but go off. He needs to be doing more financially. I know that. So Dr. Heavenly starts crying, and she said that she will apologize because Dr. Jackie was like, you're better than that, da-da-da-da. And Dr. Jackie was like, she was getting emotional too. And she does seem like a really good friend. But anyways, because they played this game. It's called Petty Pop or something like that, which I started laughing because and so I think the first question, because they asked Shady question, you could tell it was a question for everybody. The question was designed for all them hoes. And it said, so the card, so they had each had a group of balloons, and so when they read the phrase on the card, if it pertained to that person, you will go up to them and pop their balloon that they had. And so I believe the first one was people that's always checking for energy, but you don't be checking your own. I would definitely say Toya, because she was like, I thought that was Mimi. And Nima, she was like, no, they got it right. Now, Mimi does seem to have something against Toya, but Toya is like mean to her, like off rip for no reason. It's really no reason. She always seems to come for Dr. Mimi. And she was just like, I don't need your psychoanalyst. Like, yeah, you do. Toya, you need to actually be seeing a therapist 24/7. Because I think she likes the demise and she likes to see people fighting. She's not a girl's girl. She's delusional and she's crazy. And she needs to be talking to a therapist her damn self. And so Mimi was like, yeah, they clocked that. Like, they got it exactly right. And I forget what the other ones were, but I didn't see which one Brandy had for hers. Quad was because she would make enough time for the group. And Quad knew that was for her. She knew that was for her. Don't make enough time. So Dr. Simone couldn't wait to get up to pop Quad's balloon child. And then Dr. Heavenly's was, I forget what Dr. Heavenly's was. I forget what Dr. Heavenly was, but they popped for Dr. Jackie. They popped hers for not sticking up for her friends even when they wrong, or not telling their friends what's up even when they wrong. And Angel popped her own damn balloon when it was like, who's the best dressed? Angel pop out. I would say Angel and Quad. Most of the time I don't know what Dr. Contessa be wearing. I don't know she had on that day, but that dress was not, no, it was not cute. She never hits the mark on fashions. Never does. But I would say Angel and Quad for their best dress. And then Dr. Simone's was they jumped bad and then hide their hands. So Dr. Heavenly ran over there and did, but it should have been hers too. Because remember how when Contessa was trying to get at her when she said your mama, and she like, my mama ain't driving in 2010. Dr. Heavenly was backing her ass up. She was backing her ass up. You watch your mouth there before you get popped in it. And so I would probably say that fits Dr. Heavenly the most to me. Because she is quick to say something about anybody, and then she always back her ass up, because she probably can't fight, and even she said that. Dr. Contessa, did you see them guns? And she trained the military? No, I wouldn't mess with her either. But she needs to watch her mouth, because I really do like Dr. Contessa. I do. I want her to eat a sandwich. And I like the way her cleavage looks. Like, I've never had to have surgery or get anything like that. I don't believe in that. But I'm like, ooh, girl, like, I would fix that. Like, she's so muscular, and it just looks nasty. It looks like it hurts, actually. It looks like her titties are painful. Like, it's painful. But if I'm not mistaken, she got a double, what's the name? Because her mom. So she got a double thing. So I don't know if that's why her breast looked like that. Because I think her mom died of breast cancer, and she just went ahead before anything happened. She's got a double mastectomy. I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. I don't know if it's that deep, but that's what she did. Sorry, y'all, because I told y'all I'm just now recovering from a cold. So, excuse me. Okay, and so they having fun doing the pop the balloon, the petty pop, and you see Dr. Simone and them laughing at each other, because she laughed. She was like, bitch. When Dr. Heavenly went to go pop her balloon, she popped it aggressively and said, bitch. That would have been too much for me too. I'm like, I know we playing the game, but listen here now. Hold up, wait a minute. And of course, Toya had something to say. She like, too soon. Too soon. She like, girl, sit down. Too soon. No, you ain't gonna be popping. I would have been over there popping your shit aggressively too, calling you bitches too. How they set scenes up. I'm like, y'all want folk to fight. Y'all want folk to fight. So that's why I couldn't be on there, because I'm definitely putting my hands on people. So I can't. Well, I don't know if I would let anybody make me that mad, especially Dr. Heavenly. She's somebody you just have to wait your hand at. She's somebody you have to be like, go on, girl. And Toya too. Toya somebody you have to. I would just be like, go, girl, find some business. So then they go after the pool. I'm not sure if this is the same day, but yeah, they all get to the pool after they're playing the games. Of course, the games was shady, but it looked like they had fun doing it. And then so they all go to the pool, and I believe it was Dr. Jackie, or no, it was Contessa. That was like, Dr. Heavenly wants to be able to be heard. And then so don't say nothing until she says done. So who you think you couldn't keep their mouth shut? Toya do not know how to keep her mouth shut. I be wanting her to shut the fuck up too. Shit, she does not know how to shut her mouth. And so yeah, so she running her mouth, and couldn't nobody even get nothing in. Couldn't nobody even say nothing, because she wanted to open up her mouth. And then so they went, and she was just like, well, like pretty much I forget what the girl was saying, because I think I checked out and wasn't even listening no more. Because when I tell you, Toya really, I don't know if she just wants to be the villain of the show, if she thinks that's her role, but I hope she see how crazy she looking and acting, because she is. You're not making no sense, sweetie. Let this heifer get it out and talk. So Dr. Dr. Heavenly just goes over there and to apologize to Simone, and Simone kept it all the way real with her. She was like, you are my friend. I hurt my feelings. You don't consider me your friend. She was like, we ain't friends. She was like, I did think so until like right now. Like, I thought we were. And so, like, if we supposed to be friends, like, why would you go back and do me like that? You know what I'm saying? But Dr. Heavenly didn't have to be lying about her pushing her, because she did not push her, and she knows she didn't. And so the episode was like I said, it's I expected a little bit more from Merrington Madison, because Wild Housewives of Potomac has been such a snooze for me, but I guess it was okay. But I don't know if editing should have been done better. They should have went out. They stayed in the house the entire time. They just had a private chef come. I think they did go out to play with the dolphins, and the other ones did what? There was dolphins, and then the other ones did ziplining, I believe. Yes, it was ziplining. And so yes, it was ziplining, I believe. And so I guess, but they should have did more, if you ask me. But that's just me. I feel like they should have went out something to allow something. Shit. But they older, so maybe that's their speed. All right, so let's get into season 10, episode 17 of Real Housewives of Potomac, child. The Grand Dame. So the episode starts off. Hold on, y'all. So the episode starts off with them showing Karen leaving the jail or whatever, walking to the car. When I tell you, my baby, I like what she had on. She was very cute. She had on them wide legs jeans, honey. Had on like a little white blazer, baby. She had her little cute scarf tied around them jailhouse braids. Them heifers took their hair out their head to give Miss Karen, the Grand Dame, some braids, some jailhouse braids. You hear me? So they was over there looking raggedy to let the Grand Dame have a exit, honey. They wanted her to exit in class. I said, y'all go ahead. That's what's up. So anyway, so the car pulls up or whatever, and it shows Karen getting in the car. I wanted her to put her seatbelt on so bad, but you know that's just me. It shows her getting in the car. She's talking to the driver. She rolls the window down a little bit because people was out there, so she rolled the window down and gave a wave or whatever. And then this one man, this is further, they're driving further down. He all up on the car talking about, Karen, do you have a message for your fans? And she didn't roll that window down or nothing. She said that's the message. Okay, nothing. Like I'm trying to get in to my family. And so they come in, Ray and their daughter Raven. She's so cute. Raven's so cute. So Ray and Raven and her little sister, I believe her name is Bridget. They're all there. Ray made him a little cute little welcome home sign with some balloons and some flowers or whatever. He's so cute. You can tell he loves his wife. And so yeah, so they hug or whatever. Raven runs up to her first, and they hug and embrace, and then they all just do a group hug, and you know they sit down. She tells Raven, she looks to Raven and said, "I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. You know, like it was you. You know, they're best friends or whatever. They're so cute." And tells her she wouldn't have, she wouldn't have got through it without her daughter. And then she told her sister, she said, Mom would be proud. She like, thank you for stepping in there, taking care of stuff and stuff like that. I thought that was sweet. And then she tells Ray, and then Ray was like, yeah, don't tell me mine yet. And she was like, well, I'll save yours for later. But she was like, let me get up here and watch this jail off. That's the first thing I would have did. I would have gave my family hugs and kisses. But when I tell you, I don't play about that water. No, I would have had Ray had that bath water running. I was like, yeah, you had that bath running. Had my bubbles in the tub. Okay. And so she goes up there to freshen up, and she comes back down. You see a car pulling up. He's Andy Coleman looking fine. He's a very attractive man. I like his little salt and pepper. I like the scruffy look. When Andy do the scruffy look, I'm like, come through, Andy. Okay, handsome. He was looking real good and scruffy. So he comes in, and they go into the kitchen. He hugs the grand dame, and she said that he got his letter. They scanned it, and he said he had sprayed some of her perfume on there, but she didn't get to physically have the letter because they scanned it. I guess you can't do that. And then so anyways, after that, they go into the kitchen, and that's where we see Karen's son for the first time. Very nice looking, like he's ex-military man. She said that he was taking care of all her business and stuff. Like, I think I did hear about him before, but never seen him, never seen her son. And so he's a nice looking young man. And so he's talking to Andy and everything like that. And there, the cousin was there too. They came to see her. And so, yes, and so they all, migrate to, the kitchen, and that's where they stay. And then Andy wants to have a sit down with Karen, so they go into their living room space area and get ready for that. And Andy starts to ask us questions. And you know what? At first, I kind of do feel like, because Andy, he gonna give it serve it up straight. I do kind of feel like she was trying to dodge saying that she was an alcoholic at first, because Andy was asking her, and because I'm gonna go ahead and say she was lying at first. She was lying at first. I think it's still taking her time to process, because she said 20 years ago they said they seen her that it was a problem 20 years ago, and Ray was like, sweetie, I think you need to look into rehab. And people like that have an addiction, you really can't help them until they want to get the help themselves. You really can't. You cannot help them. We have family on both sides of our family with addictions. You cannot get them to do something before they're ready to do it. And so she said 20 years ago, because Andy show was like, she was like, I don't drink and drive. I just wouldn't do that. He said, well, ain't you got 4 DUIs? And she said it was 4 incidents with alcohol, Karen. Like, you shouldn't even be explaining yourself at this point. You should not even be trying to defend yourself. Boo-boo. If you have 4 issues when it comes to DUI, I don't give a damn what it is. The 4 of them from 20 years ago, I don't care if the first one was 20 years ago, baby, that's the problem. Clearly you do get behind the wheel and drive. Clearly you do. And then she was saying that she was made to watch the video with her therapist. She should have watched it from jump. I don't think Ray ain't seen it. I'm like, how did you exclude Ray from it? How, Karen? All he got to do is turn the TV on. You was in jail for 6 months. All you got to do is turn the TV. I'm pretty sure Ray seen that shit. Talk about she was Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Is that what she said? And Andy asked her about too. He asked her about that too. And he said, what did you think watching yourself? She was like, nuts. She was like, who's this woman? She was like, I don't know her. And so as they talk more and more, she goes into, her addiction with prescription pills or whatever. She goes into that because she definitely had an issue with prescription pills for sure, because she said she can't say what exactly she was on, but she said it was antidepressants. Girl, you shouldn't be taking no pills with alcohol. I'm not a prescription person. I like natural stuff, but it's Karen. Ooh. So, and that's why I don't take medicine, because that's what the doctors want you to get addicted to no. So that's why I don't take my medication. I do most of my stuff natural. Okay. And so, yeah, it just, the prescription pills, she just kept saying, I like Narcotics Anonymous. And so Andy was like, it still seems like you're struggling with being called an alcoholic. She's like, well, I'm saying I'm just a lifetime recovery. Well, because, and then she eventually did say, she's an alcoholic, towards the end. But I'm just like, yeah, Karen, like, you accepting it and knowing it is the first step. She still was kind of like backpedaling a little bit. I don't know. She wasn't making really a lot of sense to me either when she was talking in the beginning. And then after she kept talking, she was just saying, like, through her therapy, she does attend her AAs or NA meetings. Because Andy was giving her the business, baby. He was giving her the business, child. He was just like, it seemed like you pushing back from it. Okay. And it was giving that too. I was feeling it too. I was like, it does seem like you kind of trying to say you're not. And then there was, they let her see some clips from the reunion. And it showed Wendy talking, and Wendy was just like, y'all remember the reunion when they first found out, and then they bought the picture of Karen. They first found out about the DUIs or whatever. Wendy said that she knew of somebody that said that she would come into this certain place and drink every day and get drunk, and then it showed Ashley telling a story about this man she met on the train, and he was just like, I recognize this lady. He said she used to come in and day drink and get drunk all day. And Karen was like, well, Ashley's right. She was like, but that was 20 years ago. So clearly it wasn't, because that's what she was just doing. And like, when you have to go out to drink, you're alcoholic. Like, who goes to sit at the bar? Who? I mean, I know people do, but it's just like, if you're not gathering there with friends, if you're not going to watch the game and just have a couple of beers, if you're just going to the bar to get just to get fucked, just to get drunk, you definitely got a problem. And she clearly didn't want to listen to Ray. Like I said, people that have addictions like that, I used to work in the mental health field when most of our cases, the kids were on drugs. They have to want it themselves. They have to. If they don't want it, because they don't care about their lives. Clearly, they don't care. They do not care. So, I'm glad she's starting to accept it, and hopefully we never see Karen with a drink in her hand again, because she needs not to. She really does not need to have not one more drink ever again in her life. And it's sad that it gets to that point. And then when she was in jail, she was saying that she was mentoring the young girls, and she was like, it took me 6 decades to get here. Maybe you shouldn't. Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? It took you 6 decades to get there? Like, was that your goal? Was that your goal, Miss Ma'am? And so I didn't understand what she was talking about. I mean, I'm glad that she was in there mentoring the other young girls. And this way, I mean, I died too about it. She was just like, yeah, I was mentoring the girls. And Andy was just like, no disrespect, but it was like what? Because she said she was leading the AA meetings. And he was just like, well, how the hell you going to be over there trying to tell these hoes what to do when you got a problem in your damn self, okay? Okay? He said that. He said that. I said, go ahead, Andy. Go ahead. I said, for real though, girl, how do you qualify to be helping these young hoes no, girl. But I'm glad she's doing better. Like the AA part, she should not have been leading the meeting. She should not have been. Girl, you ain't been sober long enough. It ain't even been a year. It ain't even been a year. You haven't been, and I don't believe that part. I don't believe that they was letting her lead the AA meetings. Girl, when you was just, we didn't see you on TV acting a fool out of your mind. No, they ain't. I don't think they let her lead the meetings. I think she was putting on with that. But anyway, she broke down her day where she would get up time, 4:30 in the morning. She would get up. She said she liked the structure, she liked the routine, which is good for a lot of people like that, So she would say it was teaching her discipline, and so. If she really is mentoring those young girls, I hope she's giving them some sound advice. Like, Carrie should listen to her kids 20 years ago when they said, Mama, you have a problem. And she did listen to her husband when he said, Sweetie, you have a problem. She should have listened to them. And like I said, most people that have addictions like that, they're not going to listen to nobody until they want that help themselves. So I really hope Karen really, really wants this help and to get better for herself and for her children and for Ray. They was trying to say somebody else was in their car. I don't think Karen was sitting up there with somebody, because you know what? When they was always saying Karen had a boyfriend and had boys on the side, she wasn't denying that too strong. Not enough for me. She wasn't denying that when they was saying you got a boyfriend on the side. Yeah. She wasn't saying nothing. She wasn't saying no, I do not. She was not clearing that up. And so Karen she probably had her little boyfriend probably hopped up out the car. He should have been the one driving there, and I wouldn't let him take the fall. I don't know. But I do kind of feel like Karen do got a little boyfriend on the side. Okay, I really do. But yeah, Andy continues to interview her, and she was saying that she gonna let that natural hair come through, that salt and pepper. She gonna be all white. She said, I don't know when. She said, I don't know when that day will come. Well, Karen, when, baby? Ain't you already in your 60s? Huh? I used to always say that too. I was like, when I get a certain age, I'm gonna cut my hair off and let that salt and pepper. No, I ain't. I'm not. I ain't got it. But yeah, they show the episode. They show the previews of the reunion that's going to be next week, and that's going to be good, boy. That's going to be. I can't wait to see her come for Wendy. I don't think she should come for Wendy, truth be told, because I really do feel like she truly hurt Wendy's feelings, and I do feel like Wendy was truly her friend. And you can tell Wendy's upset, but Wendy going through a lot right now. She about to be in jail her damn self, so she don't need all that. And Karen gonna be coming her, telling her to shut up, and Wendy gonna be sitting there crying. So like, Karen, Grand Dame, don't come back being mean. She's not going by the Grand Dame no more. She's going by Karen. But I'm like, baby, don't come back being mean. Like, for real, be humble. Be in that Bible. Well, she said she was, but I'm like, sweetie, you coming to that reunion coming for Wendy? She already going through enough. She about to switch seats with where you was at. So I don't think she should have been telling her to shut the fuck up like that. But we'll see. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that. What else? I'll be recapping. We're going to be doing an episode of Dish and Dirt. And so I'll be recapping Married to Medicine and then the reunion next week. Me and Chris are going to be doing, he was over here this weekend. We're going to be doing Dish and Dirt. We have another video that we already did already. We're going to be putting that up this week too. But that's my time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all later.